Are you wondering whether Math Daily 3 small groups is better for your classroom or whole groups? Are you not sure which one fits your teaching style? Choosing the right math structure impacts student engagement, differentiation, and their overall understanding. In this video, I'll break down the key differences between Math Daily 3 and whole group math, when to use each one, and which method helps students master math concepts more effectively. Make sure you stick with me until the end because you know I give you tips along the way that are going to help you really get down to business with math and whether you should be doing centers or whole group. Hey teacher friend, welcome back to my channel. And this entire month I'm calling Math March. So if you're watching it in real time, I'm going to have a different math video every single month. And I know we normally talk about literacy, but Math Daily 3 is truly a passion of mine as well. It goes hand in hand with Daily 5. So if you have been wanting to try math centers, this is going to be the perfect series for you. Before we can dive in, I think it's important that we define the difference between whole group math and really get down to business on what math centers are too. So you'll hear me along the way kind of defining what they are and giving you suggestions. So whole group math is just a traditional teaching method where all students get the same lesson at the same time. So it has a typical structure. There might be a warm-up, a number talk, or a review question. And then after that, it's teacher-led instruction, explaining a new concept. So from there, after the teacher leads the instruction, there's going to be guided practice working through problems together. And then likely there will be some kind of independent practice, students working on problems on their own. So they've learned things together, they've been guided through the next steps, and then they have to practice independently. A lot of times too, a teacher might have an exit ticket or some kind of assessment to see that they have understood the skills or the concepts that were taught that day during the whole group math lesson. So what are the pros of a whole group math lesson? It's easier to prepare. You have one lesson plan for all of your students because everybody's getting the same sit and get at the same time. Everyone gets the same direct instruction. So a lot of times you might hear people talk about tier 1 instruction, and that means everybody's getting access to the same vocabulary, the same terms, the exact same lesson at the same time. And this is great for introducing new topics or when students need a shared experience. But with anything, there are cons to every pro. So the cons of whole group math, it's harder to differentiate. Some students will get lost. Others will get bored. Students with math anxiety may not feel comfortable participating, and I know that's part of what I've shared before during my Math Daily 3 videos I've made for this channel is when I switched to 5th grade, I tried whole group. So I've done both. And what I found was 5th graders have a lot of math anxiety and it is heightened when we teach in whole group only. And I'll get to that a little bit when I talk about small groups. Struggling students might fall behind while advanced students aren't always going to be challenged enough. So what is Math Daily 3 then? What is the difference? And I'm not here to say one is better than the other. So you can let me know in the comments below which is your favorite. You might even have a mixture of both of these together, which I'll talk about too. So Math Daily 3 is just a small group approach where students are doing 3 math stations. So let's break that down. Math by myself is independent practice with differentiated activities. My students do this one every single day. You can do math with someone. I am not personally a fan of that one because if you've ever seen my read to friend video, you would understand that. And if you've ever tried partner things, I think it can really take away from people working autonomously and getting their work done. They might turn into chatting and it's just not my favorite. I do allow time for math with someone one day a week, or if they earn a reward, my students do love doing that on a special day. And then math writing is journaling, problem solving, or taking their answers and explaining them more deeply in their thinking. So with math with someone, I replace that one with Math iPad. And so my students will have games on the iPad that are approved by me that follow up from the lesson they had in math that day, or they're working on skills. Many of my students come to me not knowing their multiplication facts, and so this is a huge problem when we get into more advanced things with fractions and division. And so if they can practice that on Math iPad, that is one of the things that I have them do. It's a great way to differentiate as well. And then I use Apple Classroom so I can be in charge of what they're doing. If they get sidetracked, they're on something else, I can lock them out of their iPad and they can go back to the drawing board. A lot of my students also will practice their math facts playing a dice game. It's very simple. You just have a couple dice. You can have more than 2 dice if they need higher numbers, and they will just roll the dice and practice those math facts, because at the end of the day, they still don't know them and it just makes it so hard. So what are the pros of Math Daily 3? It offers more differentiation and students work at their level. So in the way that I do Math Daily 3 is we're going to have a traditional warm-up. Everybody is on the same page. It's all whole group. And then there might be a concept taught whole group after that. Then we quickly move into the 3 groups, and I'm going to be teaching the same math lesson 3 times, but differently depending on the group's needs. And that's what I love about it. Smaller groups mean more personalized instruction. My students are more willing to participate and enjoy the process of math, and they don't feel anxious that they don't know the answer. They're in a group of peers that they're comfortable with, and so they're more likely to participate. Math Daily 3 helps ease math anxiety. Students feel safe to ask questions and less likely to feel stressed when they raise their hand that they might not have the right answer. It gets really rough in 5th grade with this, and I noticed switching from solely doing whole group to Math Daily 3, my students were able to participate more and be such a lively part of our math discussion versus just sitting back and not raising their hand because they're scared of what other people might think. I've also seen a huge spike of engagement. Students move through different activities rather than just sitting for an entire lesson. That can be hard. Lots of transitions. Our kids are like needing to move all the time, so Math Daily 3 really helps do that. Of course, there's going to be some cons to this as well. It's not perfect, but it requires a little bit more planning, so you're planning out for your group. But if you already like pulling small groups for reading, you will love it for math as well. So really what you're doing is just differentiating and getting to their level versus just giving everybody the same blanket lesson and not knowing if really somebody needs a little bit more, a little bit less. But Math Daily 3 helps you do that. It does take a little bit of time in the beginning to train your students on the transitions, but honestly, it's just like Daily 5. Once they learn how to do it, they're already doing Daily 5 in the morning or whatever time you do literacy. It's so much easier to teach them to do Math Daily 3. Classroom management is going to be key for this. Students have to have clear expectations, and I'm really big on setting that from day one and following through. And if you do that, you'll be successful too. So there's not a ton that's different between just having a smaller whole group lesson at the beginning where they're doing the warm up and then covering one concept and then switching into math groups versus just everybody doing it at the same time. Really, you're going to be pulling groups anyway, right? Like there's kids that you know need remediation, enrichment. So maybe you're already doing that. So why not switch it to Math Daily 3 where the kids really feel like they have more autonomy and you have the groups planned out so much differently than if you're just pulling kids here and there. I know there's a lot of teachers that will say, well, they all need to have tier 1 instruction, but you are giving that to everybody. You're teaching the same lesson in the way that they all need to be taught for their individual needs. So when to use whole group math versus Math Daily 3, whole group math is best for introducing a totally new concept that maybe everybody needs to hear the language a few times. It's good for repetition. Maybe there's a quick review of a skill that most students need or already understand, and you could go over that whole group. Short mini lessons are great before breaking into the groups, like I mentioned just a little bit before. So there's nothing wrong with a 5 or 10 minute whole group lesson before breaking into the small groups. And classroom discussions are great for math skills. So having those math talks, using that vocabulary where everybody's involved, great during whole group time. Math Daily 3 is best for instruction when students need differentiated support, helping students master skills through repeated practice, supporting struggling learners, and extending for our most advanced students as well. It gives us the room to do that. It also helps create student-centered classroom where the kids take ownership of their own learning, and it's really powerful when it's done correctly. Okay, which one is more effective though? So there is some research that says that small group instruction improves more learning outcomes because students are receiving instruction at their level, and they retain more information when they're actively engaged in their learning through small groups rather than just sitting through a lecture. Math Daily 3 helps all students succeed whether they need remediation or enrichment, and the teacher's role changes from lecturer, just talking head, to facilitator facilitator in helping students build problem building skills, which we all know they need. So if you're wanting to transition from a whole group model to Math Daily 3, you could start with a hybrid model and do a short whole group lesson and then move into small groups. I also love using the Smartboard rotation chart to help students know where to go. That is key in training them, and then they can move independently while you're pulling groups. And then modeling and practicing those expectations before running Math Daily 3 and holding kids accountable to them. And I promise you, within a week, you'll have it all set up and it won't feel stressful. And just remember to be patient. It takes time for students to adjust out of routines that are already in place, but Math Daily 3 truly runs smoothly. And it allows you to differentiate instruction and make math more engaging, while whole group is just better for quick reviews or introducing a new concept. Which method do you prefer in your classroom? Is it Math Daily 3, whole group, or is it a mix of all of them? Let me know in the comments below. And remember that every time I show a resource here on this channel, it's something that I'm using currently in my own classroom. So make sure you check the description box below. I have a Math Daily 3 starter kit that will show you everything you need to get started. And I have videos for almost everything Math Daily 3 related here, and Daily 5 as well. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I have a new video every single week. And I appreciate you watching so much, and I'm cheering you on as you try out something new. And this time of year, I know it can be tricky, but you can do it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.